Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to give you all some Valentine's Day ideas or inspiration with this cranberry orange cake. Now this right here was such a moist, delicious, and flavorful cake. This is something you can make not only for Valentine's Day for that special someone, but you can literally make it any day because it is super simple. And it's a quick sweet treat if you're craving something for dessert. So I hope you all enjoy my recipe today. As per the usual, the ingredients and the measurements will be linked in the description box right below this video. So check those out and get in your kitchen to put this together. The first thing that I'm going to do is start off in my stand mixer, and I'm going to be going in with some softened butter as well as some granulated sugar. Now if you wanted to use brown sugar for this recipe, feel free to do so. And if you wanted to use any other butter than the golden cream Guyanese butter, which I'm using today, you can feel free to use that as well. Any brand of butter will work for this recipe. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to get these two ingredients creaming together very well until the sugar melts into the butter and it's very nice and light and fluffy. While the butter and sugar cream together, we're going to work on the dried ingredients. So in a little bowl here, I have some all-purpose flour, and if you wanted to sift the flour, you could, and if you didn't want to, it is optional. I'm going in with some freshly grated nutmeg as well as a little pinch of salt. If you are using some salted butter, then do not add in the salt at this stage, but my butter is not heavily salted. And I'm also going to be going in with some baking powder, and of course this right here is going to give the cake that beautiful fluffiness. I'm just going to mix everything together very well until all of the ingredients are well combined, and I'm going to set this aside. After about 6 minutes, this is what my butter and sugar mixture looks like. It's super light, very pale, it's very fluffy, and it's also lighter in texture. At this point, I'm going to be going in with some freshly grated orange zest, and this right here is going to be an orange cranberry cake. If you wanted to omit the orange and add in another type of flavoring, another type of extract, feel free to do so, but I'm going with the orange flavoring today because it's super delicious. And once I get that orange zest in, I'm going to mix everything up very well until it's combined. Once that orange zest is properly combined, I'm going to be going in with some almond essence or almond extract. And you can mix and match this any way you want. I'm only adding an almond today, but if you wanted to add in vanilla extract, mixed essence, whatever type of extracts or flavorings you want, feel free to do so. Once that's mixed in, I'm going to go ahead and add my eggs in one at a time. What I like to do is I like to crack all of my eggs into a very large measuring cup or something that's easy to pour in. And all I do is just stand by the mixer, and every time one mixes in, I'll add in another egg. And once all of those eggs have mixed in properly, I'm going to be adding in my dried cranberries. Like I said before, make this cake as per your own taste and preferences. I'm doing a cranberry orange type of flavoring today, but if you wanted to add in raisins, if you wanted to add in some chopped nuts, or other flavorings, other zest, other extracts, feel free to play around with the flavoring agents. And once all of those cranberries are mixed up together, we're going to go in with that flour mixture that we made earlier a little bit at a time. At this stage, you want to mix it very slowly, and you don't want to overbeat it or you're going to have a very tough and dense cake. Every once in a while, you want to go in with a spoon or a spatula, and you want to make sure to clear off the sides and the bottom of the bowl so this way everything mixes in properly. Sometimes when you don't stir it around with your spoon and give it that extra push, sometimes there's flour stuck in one spot, there's cranberry stuck in one spot, and not everything gets mixed well together. And the last thing I'm adding into this cake batter is some freshly squeezed orange juice. If you didn't want to use orange juice, you can omit it, but if you wanted to replace it with another liquid, you could also use a little bit of milk. I will have all of the ingredients and proper measurements listed in the description box right below this video. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and pour my cake batter into a pan that I've greased very well with some butter and some flour. If you wanted to do the trick where you use parchment paper and butter, feel free to do that. I just prefer to use the butter and the flour because I find that it comes out easier. And once you get it into the pan, you're just going to smooth it out very well and get it into one even layer. Now I will mention, this can fit all into the one loaf pan that I'm using here, or it can fit into one small cake pan like an 8 or a 9 inch, but I went ahead and I split my batter between my loaf pan that you see here and also an 8-inch square pan. The reason why I did this is because I wanted the cake to be a little thinner, so this way I could cut it up into small chunks and put them in some sweet boxes that I had to give out to some family and friends as some gifts. So that's the reason why I made it on the thinner and the smaller side today, but if you want a nice thick and fluffy cake, definitely put it all into one pan. And onto one of the cakes, I'm going to be going in with some brown demerara sugar to give it a nice crunch, and I'm going to be adding on some chopped cranberries. And onto the other cake, I'm just going to be going on with the chopped cranberries by itself. These two cakes are going to go into an oven that's been preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake these for about 20 to 25 minutes, being that they're on the thinner side. If you make them thicker, they're definitely going to have to bake for more than that. And the way you know they're done is if you stick a toothpick in the middle and it comes out clean, it is ready and good to go. So my cakes have cooled properly. They came out of the oven a little while ago, and after about 30 minutes, it was nice and warm to the touch, so I went ahead and I removed it from the pan. Once you remove it, you can cut into it right away and you can go ahead and start to serve it. Now, I'm cutting it pretty small. Like I said, I'm making some gift boxes and some sweet boxes with some other cakes and pastries just for some family and friends. But if you wanted to make this bigger, if you were cooking it for your household or if you're making it for a party or whatever the case was, you can go ahead and gauge it as such. But these right here are some beautiful clean slices of this orange cranberry sponge cake that I made today. These are going to be perfect with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, a warm glass of milk, and this definitely is a quick dessert because it comes together in no time. So for this Valentine's Day or literally any other occasion, go ahead and give this a try for that special someone in your life. If you don't have a special someone, make it for yourself because you deserve it. And I hope I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and drop those comments down below and let me know what you all would like to see next. Please remember, if you click that red bell button after you click subscribe, you will see that you will be notified every time I post my newest videos, and you'll never miss out on what's new on Matthew's Guyanese Cooking. I'll see you all very soon.